Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your host, Stephen Topham the third, at your service. Right, we're going to be talking about Norman Spencer. Now, a lot of you probably haven't heard of this man, and he is considered armed, dangerous, and versatile. Right now, a lot of you probably have seen him involved in Arrestor's Timeline or Thomas's other department, etc., etc., which is true. This is all real life, right? There's a little catch to him as well because he's part of what could happen if you all fuck up. Now, a lot of you know that Norman Spencer's just a total waste of space at the moment, and he always will be, right? And he's no joke. And the timeline itself right now is very delicate, right? There are a lot of secrets in my family that I'm not always allowed to indulge or reveal because it could trauma- traumatize everything. I said Norman Spencer would have took over from me, but I chose my granddaughter over him, and it's always going to be my granddaughter in front of him. Why? Because I always pick ladies first. Why? Ladies come first for everything. Right? So, Norman Spencer, if he ever was in charge of the North Norfolk Railway, he will fucking scrap everything. Everything will be completely scrapped. The North Norfolk Railway won't run on his 2 feet. That's why I said, be careful, because it might hit the road. Right? North Norfolk Railway don't give a shit about what is unfolding or naturally unfolding to you in front of your eyes, right? Norman Spencer is a railway killer, right? All he thinks about is diesels, right? Think about it like that in a layman terms. Norman Spencer will fuck everybody up, right? It won't be me. Don't blame me. Blame them. Blame the actions that the North Norfolk Railway is doing. The consequences they are doing. Look the way it's unfolding, right? The normal timeline stream for this, right, is so bad that you don't want to step on that platform. Right, people that are going on that platform right now, they're putting this up inside the platform, saying fuck you lot. Why? Because Norman Spencer right now is the one who's gonna trash all of it up. Right? And then everything that right that I said in a few podcasts ago, I said the legacy that deserves a dignity ending. I said it has to have a powerful, good ending, but as there are certain actions I have to do to get it right. Right? So I chose my granddaughter to take over from me because she is a number one priority, no one else. Why? Norman Spencer wants to destroy all the steam trains, put all diesels in place, and then everybody will end up crying wolf because there's something wrong. Right? The Hatt hasn't even come onto the platform yet. So work it out. The North Norfolk Railway made big mistake. Let's say slip one. Right? Now there'll be slip two. There'll be a fucking ass right problem. Right? That problem is so badly bad, right? The North Norfolk Railway can't fucking admit their mistakes. Right? The NHS is doing the same. Why? Because something has gone wrong with the time stream. So work it out. It's going boom, boom, boom. And I told you that we are monitoring everything from the bottom up. Right? Norman Spencer doesn't give a shit. Right? He wants to destroy the North Norfolk Railway. The steam trains, put the diesels in place, put the connections in the wrong way or whatever, and they end up with fuck up. Right? The North Norfolk Railway will be saying, what the fuck is going on? Then they will start wondering, what is the fuck up going on here? I said, did you realise you fucked up? Right? We all talk about North Norfolk Railway's big fuck up. Right? Right now. Right? Nothing hasn't changed yet, or altered, or been recorrected. They don't want to do it. They're so stubborn. Right, so they're letting Suffolk come forward. But I'm going to say no, he's not going to work there because he's a fuck upper. Right? I'm already prepared for everything. Right? So all you have to do is say, look, this young man that we know of, Stephen Topham Hatt the third, has done a lot more for this world than you think. Plus my family on top. Right? You gotta go realistic. Right? A lot of my some of my steam team fleet don't know the full story. Right? Because they have to watch everything to understand everything. Right? It's in different tongues, languages, English, French, German, all the languages you know around the globe. Right? The Southern language is resurfaced. Right? That's the railway language. Right? Norman Spencer doesn't give a shit about that. He wants everything to die out. Right? There will be a biggest mistake if the North Norfolk Railway doesn't allow me back on the platform. Right? They will continue to make that mistake every day of their lives until they fuck up. And they will see Norman Spencer come on the platform without no trace, without no warning, and it will all fuck up in their heads. Right? Norman Spencer is not part of my family. Right? He's not a friend. He's not a fucking connection. Right? So what happened? While the rest is trying to tell you, warn you, tell you, you see it, and then get the facts in your head. Right? It all adds up. Right? A family, friend, then it becomes a connection. Why? Because it works that way. With my family, mine's all in place, set in motion. The only thing is I haven't made my move yet. Right? Norman Spencer is so fucked up. Right? He's gonna fuck the North Norfolk Railway up, and then everybody will blame him because then they want me back. Why? Right? It hasn't even unfolded yet completely. Right? You've lost something that could be your valuable asset. Right? The North Norfolk Railway thought this was all a hoax. I said, grow up and fucking grow up. You know, you might have Norman Spencer on the platform right now, as example. Right? I already made it clear to everybody that Emily Helen Hatt is the next one down the line. Why? Because Richard isn't actually part of the puzzle piece. It's a safeguard for me and my family in general. So work it forward, forward, forward. Why? Right, Richard is supposed to be the next one in line. Safeguard. Why? Because there's always a safeguard in every one of my family members. It doesn't matter who Norman Spencer targets. Norman Spencer will fuck up everything. Just watch. Have you noticed at the moment I'm around? Yes. I'm alive? Yes. I'm well. Thank you very much. But there's things that have to unfold naturally to do everything and put in place correctly. Right? Norman Spencer will not give a shit about NHS. He will screw them up, say, right, there you go, boom, 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 boom. Right? And then what will happen is Norman Spencer will take over the North Norfolk Railway and fuck it all up. Right? I've seen that happen. I don't need to understand, but it's not going to happen because the timeline's already been altered. Right? Norman Spencer will be booted off the platform. Right? For his cockiness, rudeness, selfishness, out of order business, if you like to call it correctly, and he will treat the railway with disrespect. People will get dishonest again, and then everything will fall apart, and everybody wants the hatchback. Think about it. Because then I said Emily Helen Hatt is the last one to run the bloody railway. So work it out. It's all in damn truth. It's no lies, there's no deceits, and there's no dishonesty. Grow up. You know, when you look at this, look at realistically. People know people, right? To know these facts inside and out. When Norman Spencer comes along, he won't be there for much longer because he doesn't deserve the position. I already chose my decision has already been based upon my family. My family comes first above all else. Right? A lot of people who I know, who I cannot mention, right, through confidentiality and personal conflict of interest for the rest of you guys if you intervene and everything else, right? People know that Norman Spencer is a killer, right? If the Norfolk Wherry ever gets him, things will go fucking wrong. So badly that no one else will clear it up. Then there'll be another 30 years lost and everybody will fuck cry wolf. Right? Then everything won't be matter to you, nothing won't be appreciated anymore, no one won't get the respect they deserve, everything will be going fucking what's next, and then everybody will start to ask, why did the Norfolk Railway fuck up? Because they won't take responsibility. You know, when people don't take responsibility, I can only have so many connections running that fucking premises. When I'm down here, safeguarded, for obvious reasons. But it doesn't stop me from doing the job I was meant to be doing. Right? If Norman Spencer shows up, boot him out. Because you're going to end up having a bad disaster. Right? Which leads to the biggest problem of all time. Right? A lot of people in my fleet, they know the truth, but they wanted to see what is going to unfold. Right? I'm making sure you're ahead of schedule, just a little bit. So you got a rough idea and why the reason why the Norfolk Railway is going to fuck up at the end. So the Norfolk Railway will fuck up, Norman Spencer will fuck it all up, and I will see it unfold naturally as normal, and then I will intervene and say, get off my fucking premises. Why? Because the chairman and all the management can't do their fucking jobs correct. So I end up going back up there, fucking sorting the problem out, get rid of Norman Spencer, and tell him to fuck off. Because it's the truth. Right? If you ever hear Norman Spencer come onto the platform, or the personality of him will come on the platform, just use that common sense of yours and realise shit. Right? So realistically, I'm telling you, right? He could screw the Norfolk Railway upside down and you won't have nothing to travel on. There won't be no steam because you booted me out as example, which it wasn't your fault. It was the Norfolk Railway's fault. Think about it. It goes round, don't it? You see, because they can't be bothered to solve the problem or rectify the problem themselves, I try to give them too many chances in one bucket. I said, you're heading for a fucking deep shit of trouble. And it's not because of me, it's because they made the bad actions. Think about it. The more bad actions they do, they bring this guy on a platform and they will be fucking screwed. Why? Because everything will turn upside down. Everything won't look right. Nothing won't look the same. Nothing won't be right, running right. And everything will go and everything else, right? I'm giving you an insider to this individual. Norman Spencer is nothing to do with me, right? It's his total fuck up that is going wrong in his head, right? Norman Spencer doesn't know how to run the railway properly, right? All he cares about is diesels, right? I am a complete opposite because I'm a steamy lover and I always have been, right? But I'm also your fat controller third gen. So work it out. If I seen this unfold ahead of schedule, I'm well prepared what's coming my bloody way. So I put safeguards in place. Everything will be safeguarded as long as the Norfolk Railway get it in their thick skulls what to do. Right? Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example that might open your eyes a bit, right? There are a lot of things in life that will unfold naturally, right? Which is true. I'm not going to lie on it, right? People are going to be fucked up. Why? Because there's so many people that didn't unfold everything correctly by the books. Why? This is why we say we are in, oh, I would say that my family and myself are in everything. We understand everything. We're not just a guinea pig in the wild. No, 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 no. The Norman Spencer, you gotta fucking throw him out. Why? You've thrown out the one guy at this moment. Why? The Norfolk Railway won't take responsibility to realise they screwed up. Why? If Norman Spencer ever gets onto that platform, the Norfolk Railway, will be on fire. And they're the ones that are going to start fucking moaning. They're the ones that are going to be fucking screwing up. They're the ones that are going to be fucking arsing their asses. Why? Because they screwed up. Why? People that know me too damn well to know I'm putting things right. I said, Norman Spencer will fuck everybody up. Doesn't matter which way you look at it and thinking you got this and you got that and la la la. And I said, it's not about what you got. Like I said, I have a private connections everywhere that know this sequence inside and out. Let it play out. I tell you, Norman Spencer will fuck you up. And then people will see something unfold that should not unfold. Right? And then people will ask questions again and again. Questions will be asked. Answers will be answered. Questions that need answering. It's all going to bloody backfire in their faces. And then the Norfolk Railway will start asking questions on themselves because they want answers. Right? So they will ask, why are we getting all this abuse? Why are we getting all of this? And why we got that? And why we boot him out for that? That this guy is important to us. Why did we boot him out instead of the other guy? Blah blah blah. Then it all adds up. Then I told you, I warned you, I told you, shown you, warned you, all of it in one bucket, and I told you, don't fuck with me. Right? There's a reason for that. It's because I'm your safeguard protection grid. So, if Norman Spencer ever goes on that platform, you're asking for trouble. The biggest trouble you will ever see. And then people will see everything unfold as naturally, right? And then everybody said Richard Topham Hatt is the next one in line. For 2 years, yes. But Emily Helen Hatt will do it full time, just like me. Why? Because we take down the bad guys. Why? You gotta be realistic. Right? There's Norman Spencer is a total fucking wanker, right? He will end up screwed up, right? He will do it for 1 week, right? In real lifetime, that could be a lot longer than that, right? So Norman Spencer could be on your platform right now, fucking your heads up, right? You're gonna end up regretting it, and you're gonna end up waking up and smelling the damn coffee, right? And then what will happen? Things are gonna change. Things will ultimately change, and all you will see, there won't be no more steam trains, that's for starters. Diesels will evolve on the Norfolk Railway because somebody's trying to beat me at my own game. But I said, look, it's not about a game. This is the guy that I need to prevent from him going on that platform. Why? But what's happened? You reversed the fucking problem. So work it out. What did you do that fucked up the Norfolk Railway? Oh, let's take Sydney, who's just retired, right? Total wanker, total dickhead, stupid not to repair the damage and not fix me up. Let's just say fix the problem, basically. And then it aimed up at having Norman Spencer on the fucking platform. Now what? Now, everything is going round in circles because everything is like going, what? What the hell's going on? La 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 la. I said, look, there are protocols that I'm doing that's safeguarding you. Right, the Norman Spencer issue, which everybody's crazy over about, he won't be running that Norfolk Railway if it plays out correctly. Right, because Emily Helen Hatt is already in play. But she's not here yet, but she will be. But the thing is, logic dictates that if you mess this up, he will come in and he will fuck your heads up. Right? What I mean is, he will screw everything up that was supposed to unfold correctly. This is why there was 30 years lost the last time run. Not just because of my father. It's because of everything else. So look at it logically, right? My grandfather, Sir Topham the First, safeguarded me all my life, right? One of my support agents, right, who is so proud of what he does for his work, right? I'm telling you, he's over passionate on one thing, right? But because there are a lot of things that cannot be explained on the internet because it's confidential or conflict of interest or information conflict interest. I said Norman Spencer will fuck the North Norfolk Railway up. And the North Norfolk Railway will be that very damaging point. Right? And then people will moan, groan, and everything else, saying what's happening, been unfolded, what's here, what there. And then what will happen is people will see things that did not unfold at all, period. Right? So Norman Spencer at this moment, right? It seems wild in the rest of his timeline, that's true, but it hasn't unfolded yet, and he will not take over the North Norfolk Railway if I'm on back on the platform. Right? The North Norfolk Railway should never booted me out, so they screwed up. So what happened? Norman Spencer will go on there. I already told you in advance that Emily Helen Hatt is taking over the North Norfolk Railway regardless of him. Why? Because I chose my granddaughter over him. So when Norman Spencer goes, wait, why can't I work it? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? It all add up, right? And then and I will tell him, fuck off, get off my property. That's what I will tell him initially, because he's a he's a what you would call in Labour terms, he's a wanker, he's a twat, he's an asshole. Everything you can think of, right? It all adds up. So when people think Norman Spencer is not real, he will be. But you wait till it unfolds. Then you will start seeing it all unfold in the correct way. And people will say the Hats are in charge, full stop. Because we have more power. We have more respect. We have dignity. We have shown everything in front of you. But nobody realizes Norman Spencer, total dickhead. But then because the timeline's been altered so much, you've got Adam Taylor, a friend of the family, yes, but we don't know where the connection is. Why? Because the connection has to be connected somewhere. Why? So realistically, stop fucking about. Because the more you fuck about, that's the North Norfolk Railway in general as well. Stop. Look where I'm coming from. It's logic. It's respect. You know everything else is going to unfold naturally the same way anyway. Why? A lot of my Steam team haven't got this type of knowledge to absorb all at once. Why? This is all true story. This is not a fucking business lie. Why? The NHS will get sued effectively because there will be a time. Right? There's a big reason for it. Right? Then I will come back to the North Norfolk Railway and telling them, look, pack it up with these flaming rumours, because these rumours are going on and on and on and on. It's like having trucks on the bloody railway line saying, we won't, we won't. And then I would say, grow up! Why? Because you've got Norman Spencer coming your way and they will fuck you up. Right? Watch out! Right? One of these days you're going to know that I'm telling the truth and I'm giving you the easy way out. Why? Because Richard Topham will take over. That's number 2. And then you have Emily Helen number 3. Why? Because it's 5 generations of our family. That's plus senior on top makes number 6. So work it out. It all adds up in your head. So when you got Norman Spencer coming your way, then you're gonna start saying, why we got a puzzle piece missing? Why we got that? And it all leads back to me, you know. In the end of the day, you gotta flaming wake up. So wake up and smell that coffee because it won't help you the next day because each day you're gonna see it unfold and unfold and then unfold every day and you're gonna end up with something that's gonna throw back at your face because you're gonna end up saying shit. You'd be saying, oh shit. And I'd be saying, look, Emily Helen Hatt is the next one on the line as full time. But Richard will do this for 2 years. And I'm not going to bullshit on that. Why? Norman Spencer is an asshole. Why? When he comes on that platform, he's going to screw your heads up. Bend the rules, probably stretch the rules, probably turn it upside down, turn the steam trains into scrap. Then you will end up having diesels on the line, and then the diesels will end up fucking your head up. And then you're wondering why are all the steam trains getting scrapped. Right? There are a lot of things about steam that is more powerful than diesels. Why? We can break, right, the steam locomotives can break down one at a time as instant record, right? But they can also run on one cylinder piston. Why? So if we broke down on one piston, we could still drive, or the railway engines could actually still drive. Why? In the end of the day, you're going to end up saying Norman Spencer's an arsehole because he's using diesels for the North Norfolk Railway. Period. He's not using the DMUs, the diesel multiple units. He'd be using electrified, right? And then Emily Helen Hatt will be working on the platform and getting rid of Norman Spencer, as I would do. Bang, try to warn you ahead of schedule, tell you that Norman Spencer will fuck your heads. Right? The North Norfolk Railway has a lot to do with this, and they will be the responsible assholes. Right? They will end up not fixing anything. Why? Because they screwed up. And I've been telling you now, Norman Spencer hasn't got a nice attitude or nice personality to work with. Not like me trying to be really useful and kind hearted and be straightforward with you. Do you really want Norman Spencer on that platform? I know a lot of you will say no. And I'm telling you now, I'm not bullshitting with the bush. Right? And I'm telling you what what will happen if you screw up even more because I'm watching with eyes and ears everywhere and Norman Spencer won't give a fucking shit about your jobs because he will fucking throw you off the horse's cart. Right? So when that comes, you're gonna end up saying, fuck, he's done this to us, he's done that, the hat warned us, the hat warned us, the hat warned us, and it all goes back to me because I warned you ahead of schedule. So work it out. So when Norman Spencer comes on, you're going to end up regretting it. Because you booted out the wrong individual. Right? So one thing, one move can make this all fucking go wrong, pear shaped and everything. Then everything all adds up. And then everybody will say, where's all the magic gone? Where's all this? Where's all that? Do you know what will happen? You all screwed up. Right? There's a lot of people out there that know the truth, but they're so afraid of bloody dishing it out to try and give you the honesty. So work it out. Norman Spencer will be a complete waste of space. He will do it for 1 week, which he may do it for 2 weeks because I have to let him try his best at his cost, and then I tell him, no, you're not fit for the job. I put my foot down on one thing. Why? Because Emily Helen Hatt was chosen. So work it in your head. It all adds up. So when you think of everything that's unfolding correctly right now to a point, everything is all in bloody truth, all in logic, and all respect. Right? The only thing is that Norfolk Railway won't clear up their own bloody mess or problems because they go to the wrong bloody fucking people. Right? If they come to me directly, they will got the result they want, the respect they want, the honesty they want, everything on a silver platter. I don't bullshit. Alright? So now you know about Norman Spencer. Just watch out. Because it could go the other way and you will end up fucked. And that would be the North Norfolk Railway's ending result because we booted out the wrong guy. They will say that in their heads. They say, we booted out the wrong guy. We booted the wrong person out. How intelligent is this individual? They're talking about me personally. And they will work it all out in their little heads of theirs and realise Norman Spencer will fuck you up. Why? I'm warning you, I'm telling you, and I already made my standing ground where it's gonna go. Why? Because I am the one who's safeguarding you all. Right now. Right? I'm not gonna pass it to Norman Spencer because that'd be the last resort I won't do. Why? Because it's a no go area. Right? So Emily Helen Hatt will take over. So then you will wake up and smell that coffee and realise, fuck. That's what the words that you will come out with because it's the truth about Norman Spencer. It's not just about him and what he does. It's what's going to be done on you that he's going to fuck up on, not the other way round. And you will see me getting older and older and older with nothing to go by, and you'll end up with nothing to go by. Why? Because you screwed up. You screwed it up from the bottom up and not realised it. So, with Norman Spencer, watch out. Because I'm telling you now, he will screw you up, and I already made my stand where the job's going to. Right? End of the day, you don't see what's unfolding because you booted me out first. So work it out. You gone bloody wrong way backwards. So fuck it up and fuck up your ideas and grow up and start getting me back on that platform because I need that respect back, which is number one. Number two, he will come along and I will say, no, you're bloody not working here after a week. After that week, I'll be seeing what he's been doing, which is true. I know who he's going to target. I know who he's going to try to fuck up. I know what he was going to do. He was going to screw up everything, turn steamies all into diesels. Now work it all out. And it will all come together. Right? Because I catch him in the act already, which I already am, I'm one step ahead of him, he's already screwed up. Because I already told him to fuck off. Why? I told him that Emily Helen Hatt is the next one on the line. So don't tell anyone that he can have a job because he won't. Because I still be around to knock him out. Thank you very much.